Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Doyle, or Doyle for short, and I am joined again, like always, with this week's special guest.
Gentry.
And welcome. Welcome to Lack
Cat
of Wit.
Hero Juicy Justice. That's me.
Why are you bringing that up? We're having the intro here.
Yeah, that's my name now.
We can talk about
my
Scat
name
Hero Juicy Justice.
Another time.
His quirk, superpowered supersonic jet or shitstream. At another time, but right now we're doing the intro to Lack of Wit. We're here again. We're having the crack, having the scale, but but not before the scale. It means story in Irish.
Oh, cool. Learn something new.
Before we get into
day.
today's topics, I would like to remind you that we stream on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, and on Saturdays at 6 p.m. GMT. I would also request that you like, follow, subscribe, notification bell, because I'm going to stop spamming people on Snapchat.
He's officially done.
Conducive to a good.
He's given up.
Yeah, it's awful and nobody likes it. And if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna watch it.
And people are being mean to him. So be fucking nice.
Be nice to me anyway, or don't.
Be nice, or I'm gonna fucking find you.
You're gonna send Scat Hero Juicy Justice. Oh, can we talk? We have a podcast. We have stuff to talk about, not Scat Hero Juicy Justice. Anyway, with all that out the way, let's get into the episode. And right off the bat, we're shaking things up. We're shaking things up in the Lack of Wit mixing pot, in the Lack of Wit crack pot, the Lack of Wit crack stew. I want to reformat it because it's the way we have it right now. It's not viable to do it indefinitely.
We're gonna run out of things to say.
Yeah, we're gonna run out of things to talk about. Essentially, we can only talk about so much for so long. You could probably squeeze another few episodes. Yeah, we're not
the once the once every 3 months. We could do it, but the once a week, we're running out of stuff quick. So we're a little desperate.
Yeah. But, however, I have come up with an idea. I have come up with a plan to keep things moving, to keep things rolling. I have come up with a completely new and original idea for podcast episodes, and that is to have a strict format. My envisioned idea, is that we spend 10 minutes on talking about something that would usually be a whole episode of Lack of Wit, to keep things fresh. To get to know us, the Lack of Wit hosts. Well, Lack of Wit host and special guest, Gentry.
Rude.
I'm taking the piss. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
We would talk about serious world news for about 10 minutes, and then we talk about more gaming, social media, pop culture type stuff for 10 minutes.
So we're only having to come up with original content for 1/3 of the episode.
I know. And we can just talk
smart.
about other things. Yeah, that's why it was my idea.
Work smart, not hard.
Work hard, not smart. Copyright, trademark it, pin it.
But yeah, we're called Lack of Wit.
We are. The other idea was the other idea I had to give it a more human feel to the whole proceedings is to add video, so you could see your favorite Lack of Wit hosts.
So it's not a podcast anymore. It's just a full-on fucking video.
Podcasts, you can see people during most podcasts. We're kind of more of a
traditional podcast.
I would say outlier, because the
traditional podcast was just audio.
Yeah, but we're not uploading this as on a traditional format for podcasts like RSL. Isn't that what it's called? RSS? Remember that? Fucking yeah. You're talking about traditional podcasting formats. You don't even know what the crack is. Where it would just be audio, or like Spotify or SoundCloud or iTunes or whatever the fuck. We're uploading it to YouTube exclusively, and if you look at any podcasts on YouTube, you can see them. And I think it'd be a good way we can add a more human element as opposed to two disembodied voices. But that'll be a ways down the line, as I need to get recording equipment set up and proper lighting and proper background or green screen, or I don't know. I mean, you could just come into my bedroom and say, hey, this is my bedroom.
Sit out the window.
Welcome.
Watch him shower. Like in his tree. Yeah,
exactly. Watch me just. Oh yeah, what was my dream again? Oh yeah, there was a pedo. That's completely unrelated, but I had a pedo. In my dream, I had a pedophile watching me while I showered. It was very strange. So yeah, we might get video set up. We might get proper lighting, proper cameras. Obviously, we're in two different locations, but Gentry already has a high quality, high fidelity camera capable of recording audio. So it would just be the matter of getting the lighting. Video, sorry. It'd be the matter of setting up the lighting and setting up a green screen. Green screens are cheap enough. You could buy them. Buy a couple of green screens.
I already have one.
Do you?
One person does.
Well, and do you have something to mount it on?
I think so.
Oh, maybe. Okay, so maybe Gentry already has this down.
I don't know.
I don't.
He thumbtacked it to the wall.
Yeah, so you can buy like frames for cheap.
Or I can make one. I'm crafty.
Or you can make one. Minecrafty. Mineshafty. Picking and mining and crafting. I would need to purchase a frame and a green screen and probably some better lighting. I would probably want artificial lighting, like proper, I wouldn't say studio quality, but some sort of lighting solution that isn't just
get a ring light.
The light in my room. Yeah, I was looking at ring lights. They're probably the best option, most viable option. And yeah, so I would, if you're interested in that thing, the people who's listened this far, the 8-minute mark or thereabouts, probably like what, the 4 people. Gentry's having a laugh. Gentry's having a giggle. What's Gentry laughing about?
Well, it was just posting Conversation Club.
Gentry, we're in the middle of a recording.
I'm sorry, I hear the boom, and then I look.
Okay, let's not talk about that. So yeah, so those of you who've listened this far, if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing, let us know. Talk to us. We're approachable human beings.
I'm not
approachable human beings. You can
Don't Gentry, fucking talk to me. Just kidding.
Okay. Oh, Gentry with a quick save.
Quincy Soul.
Just kidding.
Hates everyone on the server.
Whoa, just Herobrine. That was garbled. I didn't quite hear that. Because remember, this is after this episode. This will be the longest running lack of wit series there's ever been, and there's only ever been one. There has only ever been one. And if you say otherwise, you're wrong. So
you're
episode
lying.
11, we gotta maybe have a party. Yeah, you're lying and you're wrong and
fake news, and you're getting kicked out.
You're
Banned.
getting kicked in the nuts. Banned. Squashed. If that's something you'd like to see, talk to us. Like I said, Gentry would have to rework the art a little teeny bit. Make boxes for us. You would have to cut out like 2 squares and maybe move the socials and the flyer stuff. Gentry is giving me a disgusting look that you can't see right now, but maybe you'll be able to see in the future. How about that? Huh?
Shut up.
How about that? But I mean that's
I need to get a haircut before I can fucking put my fucking face anywhere.
Oh, your hair's nice.
It is too long. It is ridiculously long. I haven't gotten it cut since last August.
Yeah, you want what kind of hair length are you looking for? Fucking the Karen bangs?
No, I just don't need it this long. This long.
Again, Gentry is indicating their hair length to the camera, which you cannot see, but maybe in future episodes of Lack of Wit we'll have that sorted out. But yeah, moving on to the new format, we're gonna talk about some gaming news. We are gonna talk about some gaming news, some quick gaming news, some quick gaming topics. First off, what I want to mention real quick, Yakuza Kiwami, if you're an Xbox user or a PC user with the Xbox Game Pass, Yakuza Kiwami 1 is on the Xbox Game Pass, and if you don't pick that up, there is something wrong with you. Like, holy shit, what a great game. I've talked about how good Yakuza Kiwami is in episode 8 video games? Yeah, episode 8's video games. Talk about how great that series is, and that's a great way to get into it. Ideally, you'd play Yakuza 0 first, but it's not free for something for a subscription service that you're already paying for. Didn't you say Red Dead Redemption 2 was on the Game Pass as well?
That's what I heard. It's replacing Grand Theft Auto.
Gentry may be wrong. Gentry may be right. I have not verified it.
That's what I heard on Twitter.
Slight bit of information. Gentry heard it on Twitter. Gentry was looking. Gentry was prowling the internet.
Oh yeah, because you told me I had to look for stuff now.
Yeah, because it's our podcast. You gotta have a bit of professionalism, a bit of crack. But yeah, if you're an Xbox user or PC user with the Game Pass and you were not made aware, go fucking pick that up now. Like, pause this video. I mean, if you have an Xbox or a PC, pause this video right now, download it, and then come back to us. What did Gentry just do? Oh, turn on the Xbox. Haha, isn't that a funny joke? Can we get a...
It's making a lot of noise.
Gentry just turned on their Xbox as a funny joke because because funny haha. You don't even have the Game Pass though.
Mm-mm.
You just turned on your Xbox for the gag.
Yeah.
Gentry,
I'm not even sure if you could hear it.
In other news, Animal Crossing is set to surpass Super Smash Bros. Ultimate
by next week.
By next week, as what was the funny caveat? The highest.
Oh my god! Okay, the highest selling
physical
game of this console generation in Japan.
Yeah. So highest. It's like what, the highest, most sold game with like 3 asterisks beside it.
Mm-hmm.
But in more interesting news and more substantial, it's actually, I think I'm right in saying this, as it surpassed the most sales of a first-party Nintendo game. So it's like sold more than your Marios and Zeldas and Pokemons. And is Pokemon even first-party? It's not. That's Niantic.
Game Freak. No.
But
Niantic is just Pokemon Go. Game Freak develops the rest of Pokemon.
Oh, okay, fine.
And
with your Marios, your Zeldas, your Metroids, and all that sort of thing. So all that sort of jazz. It was beyond set to pass those, or I think it's already passed those, and it's gonna shoot past Smash Bros. Ultimate. But in reality, fuck Animal Crossing. Everybody who makes Animal Crossing related jokes on Twitter, you're unoriginal, you're not funny. Fuck
I
off.
just
If I have
made
to see
2 Animal Crossing tweets today. Okay, fuck you.
Yeah, but they were a parody of the Animal Crossing. Well, one of them was a parody of the Animal Crossing Twitter community. Like,
get stung by a wasp. Oh no! I stand this Animal Crossing character. Oh no! I'm singing the noise. Oh, look at my pattern design.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares, and it's disgusting. The disproportionate amount, the proportion of effort to quality, and the number of likes is just, it's out of control. The ratio is completely skewed because you make people who I hate quarantine, me plays Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Nintendo Switch, ha 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 ha, 40 million likes on Twitter. Like, it's a joke. It's a disgrace. Like, it's like the biggest get rich quick scheme on Twitter right now.
Yeah, unless you actually make quality content, and then it's fucking 6 likes.
Yeah, Gentry made
a
hilarious custom Animal Crossing character out of Burger King, and it got like 6 likes. And that was like 4 hours of effort, wasn't it? 4 hours of working on it? 2.5. And it got like 6 likes. And it was actually really funny. Go look at it on Twitter if you haven't already.
I made a full ass amiibo card. I had to remake the entire freaking card design because I couldn't find one.
Some fucking girl with bangs and big like circular glasses, who wears a hoodie where the sleeves are too big for that go over the wrists, will make like, oh, this Animal Crossing character is so me, I stan him, and get like 40,000 likes. I hate the Animal Crossing on Twitter.
Ooh, I paid $1,000 for Raymond Animal Crossing.
Who the fuck is Raymond? Everybody loves Raymond.
It's a fucking cat thing.
I stan, oh. Here's an interesting one. Everybody loves Raymond, but everybody hates Chris.
Who's Chris?
Have you never heard of it? It was a joke. The 2 TV... Gentry, come on. You gotta work with me here. You ever hear of Everybody Loves Raymond, the TV show with Ray Romano?
Ray Romano, he speaks like this. He was the voice of Manny.
No.
In Ice Age. Ray Romano. No?
Mm-mm.
And then Everybody Hates Chris.
No.
It was the sick Gentry. That was a hilarious joke. Can we get a high five, all you virtual listeners out there, for how funny I was? And the Gentry just wasn't on the same plane, just couldn't pick up on it. Which is a shame, because that was a hilarious joke. It was so funny.
Sure.
That joke was so funny.
Sure.
Top tier.
I believe you. Sure.
Anyway, yeah, is that the one with the two fucking different colored eyes, like Sans?
Like your
the hipster
waifu
glasses?
AI drawing?
Let's not talk about that.
I put Andrew into that AI waifu generator thing, and it was fucked.
Oh god, yeah, no, seriously, Animal Crossing can burn in a pit.
No, I enjoy
Anyway,
the game. I
hate
stayed up for an hour and a half
community
last night just trying to catch a
I mean,
snapping turtle.
Listen, if I could choose between having, I don't know if I can say that. I'm gonna say it anyway. If I could choose between having Nazis or Animal Crossing on Twitter,
Andrew.
I'm just saying.
Andrew.
On Twitter, neo-Nazis are less
Andrew's
obnoxious.
Cancelled. Andrew's
I mean, am I wrong
canceled.
though? Have you seen Animal Crossing on
So
Twitter?
you're saying that if
that was another
Nazis were as prolific as Animal Crossing Twitter accounts, making as many tweets and getting as much engagement as Animal Crossing, that would be better. You disgust me.
When you put it like that, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I thought long.
Think
and hard
about what your
this for
words
about
mean.
Like maybe a minute. K-pop stans are less annoying on Twitter, and that is a fact. You'll see a K-pop tweet on the chain of a big tweet, and it'll be some Asian person
I have
dancing.
somehow managed to avoid K-pop on my Twitter completely.
I mean, that's very cool. But yeah, no, seriously, they're way less irritating or obnoxious than
I might have
fucking
muted
Animal
it.
Crossing. But we've gone off track. We're talking about gaming news. And the big gaming news of the last week or so, the source code for Team Fortress 2 and CSGO got leaked. I think source code from the game from 2018 was leaked to the internet by an associate or by Valve News Network. And that has caused a lot of exploits or potential exploits. Now, in fairness,
it's the
CSGO,
potential for a remote executable code thing.
Yeah, in your game. Now, in fairness, CSGO examined it and was like, dude, this is code from like 2 years ago. It's not a security threat. TF2, because Valve, I think Valve forgot they own TF2. I don't think, as of recording this, I have not seen anything from Team Fortress 2.
Do they even have
However, now,
social media?
They do, actually. I forgot, but they do. The last thing they posted was in August 2019.
Wow. That's pathetic.
I'm surprised it was that early. I mean, Valve is worse. You can literally scroll through years worth of Valve tweets in maybe like 2 minutes. But yeah, they have not said anything as far as I'm aware. But this is what I thought. And now I could be completely wrong. But it was built on the Source engine and it was source code that leaked. But can't you license
Does that mean
source code for
Gmods fuck too?
No, but apparently it's source code for TF2. But I always thought that I know I'm ignorant in this subject, but I thought that anybody could license source code and that it wouldn't be that much different than Team Fortress 2 and CS:GO. I mean, there are quirks that exist through all Source games. Like my favorite one is instead of decapitating a head because they don't have models for it, they just make the head really small in TF2, and that carries out through all the other Source games. And just things like that. Yeah, your head shrinks like really, really small. The same, I mean, interfaces, sound profiles, just everything. I mean, they all really carry very, very similar throughout all Source games. So I don't know why the code would be that much different and why it'd be a huge security risk now. Apparently it is. And a lot of people are saying it is, although I have not heard of anybody actually being affected by this yet.
Yeah, the only things I've seen are fake screenshots of it.
Yeah, funny meme screenshots.
Well, not just funny meme screenshots, like just someone photoshopped it.
Okay. One of the big
I got
TF2
into your
fan server hosting.
TF2 account and
But one of the biggest TF2 fan services, Creators.tf, closed all their servers.
oh yeah, a bunch of the community servers are shutting down.
indefinitely. Yeah. just in case. Which I don't know. I think it's an overreaction. I could be wrong. I mean, I said that
TF2 is going
an
into
overreaction,
quarantine, and it may not recover.
but I don't know. I think it was overreaction personally. But anyway, let's talk about some real news, actual news. Let's segue from gaming news to the real news. What's happening in the world today? Now, there was a few things we want to talk about. One of them, and I mean this was absolutely insane, was the mass shooting in Nova Scotia, Canada.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
We read up on it, we researched it, we looked it up,
And
we,
holy shit,
discussed it.
one of the stories from one of the dudes who like kind of experienced it. It's terrifying. It reads like a fucking horror novel.
I mean, because it basically the whole thing, like, I mean, I don't know if anybody listening has any relation to anybody in Nova Scotia or lives in Nova Scotia, but if you do, our hearts go out to you. That was horrendous tragedy. A lot of questions still unanswered. It's the worst as of right now. There's been 22 deaths.
Yeah, 22
the worst mass shooting Canada has ever had. He disguised as
police officer.
The Royal Mounted,
huh?
The RCMP, I think, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
He had a fake squad car too. Hats.
Yeah, he disguised as one of those, and he went. It took him like them a day to find him. He went through across 50 miles, killed 22 different people. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. A lot of people, obviously, there was like a teacher, a nurse, a firefighter, and this guy he found his brother's body and then ran away. Yeah,
and realized the shooter was following him. He hid for 4 hours in a forest.
Jesus Christ, I can only imagine how horrible that is, to be completely honest. So yeah, that was you couldn't talk about news without talking about something that big. But I don't really know if we have anything other comment on it other than that guy's a fucking horrendous piece of shit, and he should be dropped off a bridge with concrete attached to his ankles. We don't know his motivation yet.
He had a hit list.
Yeah, he had a hit list.
But then he just started going crazy.
Yeah, he had a hit list of people that he wanted to kill, but then he just kind of started killing everybody. So terrible. Hearts go out to all those people affected. But yeah, in a nicer, and let's not completely kill everybody's mood. In a nicer story from the Irish Times, there was a guy. He had coronavirus, and he was given 24 hours to live.
He was in a coma.
This man, he was in a coma.
His bowels,
he said the nurses,
fucking lungs were failing.
Everything. Yeah, his lungs failed and his bowels collapsed. He had multiple organ failure, and the nurses go like, "Listen, he doesn't have 24 hours left. You need to go in and say your goodbyes." But against all odds, he lived. He
woke up from his coma because he heard the kids saying goodbye to him.
Yeah, isn't that fucking great? He's alive, he's recovering now, and he's at home with his family. But the cool thing about this story is his case, like his medical records and everything, are being sent across the world to examine how this was possible, and maybe some sort of, I don't know, vaccination yet, but some treatment, some indications maybe had. Treatment may be on the way.
Supportive treatment.
Or at least it'll be helped by this man, Mark Burke, from County Wicklow. God bless him. He recovered. It was amazing. All the doctors and nurses and everything were like, "What the fuck is going on? You shouldn't be alive." And that, yeah, there he was. He was completely alive, and now he's recovered, and he's
very lucky.
He's doing good. Very lucky, yes, insanely lucky to not only. I suppose, but you say that's a funny one though. You know, he's insanely lucky to be alive, but then he's insanely unlucky to have been in that situation in the first place.
Yes.
I mean, seriously lucky would be just not get it at all.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a bit of luck there, obviously, in surviving, and so that was class. And I'm glad there's a bit of joy in the world still during this horrible pandemic. When you hear stories about just, I don't know, thousands of people have died and hundreds of thousands of people have it, and things are getting worse and the economy's fucked, and then you read something that just puts a smile on your face because you know what?
There's hope.
Guy got it, he lived, and it's maybe, you know, we're on the up. The crack is real, the crack is gone. Gentry has made a face like they're about to force a shit out of their ass pipe.
My
But
foot
you cannot
is
see
asleep.
it because the camera is
And
not
it
on
hurts.
gentry and you can't see it. It hurts to fart the shit out of your shit pipe.
It hurts because my foot is asleep. There's pins and
well,
needles.
whatever you say. And now, our final news topic of the evening. The Leaving Cert has been officially announced for the 29th of July. Ignoring the protests of thousands of students across Ireland who were like, please, for the love of God, cancel the fucking exams because everything is fucked.
Yeah, but if you didn't have exams, what the fuck would you do?
You did predicted grades like everywhere else. France has this system where they will do predicted grades, but if you want to, you can still sit your exam.
Oh,
That is
okay.
By far the best solution that I have heard.
Yeah.
Right
no,
now,
that's good.
because-
Because, like, if I had gone on predicted grades in high school, I
think predicted grades personally will suit me better. Would have suited me better because I am finding it very difficult to study in this environment. at home
yeah, who isn't?
When I
You
am
only need to have a
doing
mass protest
everything else.
on Zoom.
We don't use Zoom. My school personally has been using Microsoft Teams, and it is a disaster.
Right to someone in the government.
Yeah, but they did, and over I think 1,400 people asked, "Why aren't you doing predicted grades?" 1,400 students, I think it's something like that. I think they 1,400 students asked them questions. I don't know if it was that particular number asked about predicted grades. I think at least 800 people asked the minister, "Why aren't you doing predicted grades?" There is so much uncertainty surrounding the state of the country right now, and the state of the world, and what it'll be like in this time frame up until the 29th of July. I can guarantee you right fucking now, the Minister of Education has not been in a Microsoft Teams online class. It's not doable. A lot of courses aren't finished. There's a lot of uncertainty about practical work and exams. We had a French class, and I have a lot of respect for my French teacher for putting in the effort, but it took us an hour to do something that would have taken us 15 minutes in a classroom environment. It's not tenable. It's not fucking feasible to pass exams in class conditions like this. They're saying, oh, well, sure, we're going to aim for at least 2 weeks in a classroom before the exams.
2 weeks is
fucking
not enough.
Crazy talk. The system is so archaic that we are not prepared as an education system to handle this. We are not prepared. A screw was thrown into the fucking works, or a wrench was thrown into the works, and fucked us up completely, and we didn't know how to respond, so our only response was, fuck it, sure, look, we'll do it anyway, sure, go on, good luck, go on, sure, look, go on, sure, go away. That's the crack. It's the whole education system is so fucking dependent on this one fucking point. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke that when you're faced with difficulty, we have to do it anyway.
The last thing you people need to be doing right now is stressing about exams.
It completely ignored the health and welfare concerns of the students. They went over our heads. The students were like, please, for the love of God, we will have no break for our whole summer. We'll be working all the time in a situation where we can't do the best that we can. Please cancel the fucking exams. And they ignored us. They completely ignored us and said, sure, we'll have them on the 29th of July.
Because you're having these exams. Didn't you say it takes months to get the results back?
Oh, yeah.
So if they were to do predicted grades, it would probably, you could have your grades, you could have your exam grades by like the end of when your year normally would have ended. And then you could still start school in September. Whenever you normally started.
In October anyway.
September,
okay. That's September. Yeah.
You could have still started it on time, but because they're doing this exam in July, end of July, now you're having to wait all that time, and they're potentially having to delay school, and it's gonna fuck everything up.
That's the problem with just...
They didn't think this through.
The Leaving Cert exam is fucking... I don't know how many years old. It's at least, 50 years old, I think? I mean, my dad did...
I can't believe y'all have an exam like that.
Which is a junior cert. I don't know of any other system like it
in
the world. It's so old and backwards.
It is.
And it's completely archaic.
Here, we can take the exams as many times as we want. And you go, oh, I only
Oh,
got
you
a
can too.
I only got a 1250 on my SAT. I guess in 2 weeks I'll go take it again.
Oh no, if you wanted to do it again, you'd have to wait an entire year and be in school basically the whole year.
If you get a shitty grade, you go, oh well, guess I didn't eat enough breakfast or something. Guess I didn't get enough sleep. Let me try again. Let me try again. Let me try again. You can just try again. And it's not... The whole system is fucked. It's terrible.
The point I wanted to make is that if it goes ahead like they plan to on the 29th of July, every rule about social distancing and coronavirus will have been completely broken. Because we will be in a packed room for over 2 hours with complete contact with like a load of other people in an enclosed space. It's basically a public gathering. I know the way that the exams work in my school is they literally stick like 80 or 90 people in a big room together and they all do their exam.
Damn.
And for multiple hours on end. It will, and there was a very interesting article.
Awful.
This Leaving Cert student, he wrote in and said, look, my parents are in the healthcare system and I am taking care of my younger siblings at home. How the fuck am I gonna manage? Immunocompromised people at huge fucking risk. I live at home with elderly people, and what if I give them this fucking disease that could take their lives?
What if someone shows up and then coughs and then just everyone in the whole school has it?
It's a complete fucking travesty.
You're gonna see
a
spike.
Absolutely.
July
Absolutely.
or August 5th. You're gonna see. And it's gonna be horrendous.
It's insane. And the last point I wanted to make, just noticing the town that I live in, we're supposed to be social distancing. This, without a doubt, has been the busiest period in my town I've seen in a long time.
Oh
we went shopping to get the messages, to get the food at, I think 3 in the afternoon. The whole fucking shop was jammers. You drive down the road and you'd see people like stop to talk to each other. Like, more so than I have ever seen in my life. People were just at the side of the street talking to each other. Like, just like a face-to-face conversation, not like 6 feet apart or whatever. People were stopping and talking like nothing was going on. The town was busy. The shopping center was packed. The car park was full. It's in a time where we're supposed to be socially distancing, we're being more social. And it's absolutely bonkers. I don't know how people aren't taking it seriously, and it's gonna fuck us up.
I'm an essential worker. All right, I work 40 hours a week right now, Monday through Friday, and I'd say 65% of the people that come in don't wear masks. Probably 85% don't wear gloves. And like 95% of them don't stand 6 feet away until I tell them to. We have little things on the floor that tell people, stand here, please, we're practicing social distancing. And they like stand 2 feet away from me, and I'm like, please step back. We had a guy. No, we had a lady leave us a bad review because we asked her to step back on the floor sign because she was standing too close and she got all pissy. I had someone tell my manager to take his mask off while helping her because she couldn't understand him with the mask on. It's insane. And the number of people would come up and they're like, oh, sorry, I didn't bring my mask. Oh, sorry, I didn't bring my gloves. Oh, sorry, I'm out here. The number of people were like, oh, I'm so glad to just get out of the house, you know? I just needed to get out and talk to someone. I'm like, can you just fucking stay home? Texas has decided they're not going to extend the statewide stay-at-home order into May. Last day April, done. So it's up to the counties now. So I don't know about my county, but they I know like Dallas County is forcing people to wear masks if they want to go anywhere. So like you want to go to Walmart, you got to have a mask on. I think they should do that here because if they're going to be letting people out of their houses I don't trust people to still wear their protective equipment. I don't trust people to just go, oh, it's back to normal now. Guess I don't have to do anything. I don't trust the companies. I literally do not trust my company not to, as soon as I open things back up, go, okay, no more masks, no more social distancing things on the floor. You can go back to the normal policies of handling people's documents and stuff. I don't trust that. I don't trust that they're going to actually keep us safe. I think the minute that they stop enforcing something like this, people are going to assume it goes back to normal and it's going to be dangerous and the whole flatten the curve is going to be for nothing because we're just going to go back up. And we're going to be fucked. It's terrifying. And it's awful. And the number of people that I have coming into work every single day. This week has been so busy compared to last week. We've had to lock the door 2-3 times a day because we have more than 10 people in this tiny store of mine. It's like, why? Why are you going out with your whole family to print some documents? Why are you out here getting, like, wedding invitations during a pandemic? What is wrong with you? It's so frustrating.
Yeah. Mirrored my thoughts exactly. And on that note, stay the fuck at home.
Please. And if you're gonna get out, please only let
God's
one person out of your house. And if you're gonna go out, please wear a mask. And if you can, wear a glove. It does not matter if you have an N95 or if you have a fucking bandana. Please just wear something. I don't want your germs.
Be safe. Nobody wants your germs. You stink. And on that note, again, we stream Mondays, Wednesdays, 11 p.m. GMT, Saturdays, 6 p.m. GMT. And I have been Andrew Doyle, Doyle for short. Oh, don't forget, join Discord, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
It's all up there.
I've been Andrew Doyle.
And I've been...
Andrew Doyle, or
what?
Doyle for short. I have been Andrew Doyle, Doyle for short. That's what I've been.
I've been Scat Hero Juicy Justice.
And the outro music will play.